One of the first things that really struck me when I was reading this book was this concept of identity-based habits. It's not just about setting goals, it's about shifting your focus to who you want to become.
It is fascinating how Clear kind of flips the script on traditional goal setting. He argues that we often try to achieve something before we actually believe we're even capable of it. But true change comes from aligning our actions with the identity we want to embody.
That's like, instead of saying, I want to lose weight,
Yeah.
you say, I'm becoming a healthy person.
Yeah.
And then each healthy choice you make just reinforces that identity.
Exactly. Every time you choose a salad over fries, or take the stairs instead of the elevator, you're casting a vote for that new identity.
It's like building a case for who you are, one small action at a time.
Precisely. And this leads us to one of the most powerful takeaways from Atomic Habits: the 4 laws of behavior change. These laws essentially provide a framework for making good habits easier and bad habits harder.
Okay, let's break those down. The first law is make it obvious, right?
That's right. Clear talks about the importance of implementation intentions, which are basically specific plans for when and where you'll perform a habit.
So instead of vaguely saying, I'll exercise more, you would say something like, after I finish my morning coffee, I'll go for a 20-minute walk.
Exactly. By making the cue for the habit obvious and specific, you're removing the guesswork.
Yeah.
And you're reducing the chance of procrastination.
And this is where environment design comes in too, right? Because sometimes our surroundings can trigger bad habits without us even realizing it.
Absolutely. Clear emphasizes the importance of making the cues for good habits visible and the cues for bad habits invisible.
So if you're trying to eat healthier, you might keep a bowl of fruit on the counter and hide the junk food in the back of the pantry.
Exactly. Or if you're trying to read more, you might leave a book on your bedside table instead of scrolling through your phone before bed.
It's all about making those good choices the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
But even with a clear plan and a supportive environment, sometimes getting started is the hardest part. That's where the second law comes in, right? Make it easy.
Yes. And this is where the brilliant 2-minute rule comes into play.
I love this one. It's all about making that initial step so small that it's almost impossible to say no.
Precisely. Instead of trying to run a marathon on your first day, you commit to simply putting on your running shoes. Instead of writing a whole chapter, you aim to write just 1 paragraph.
The idea is that once you overcome that initial inertia, you're much more likely to keep going.
Exactly.